Yes, just because this larger statewide ruling remains in legal limbo, it doesn't mean that when it comes to places you may want to go to, gatherings you may want to hold, there aren't restrictions already in place. Many counties have their own restrictions, and when it comes to high school sports, so do the schools, so do the leagues, and again, the counties have also passed down recommendations as well. It is a rite of passage and a part of the school careers for many. Football and other sports. While some schools have begun with limited practices, it doesn't mean that all schools will be inviting you in come game day. The Pioneer League has released these guidelines saying that the games are closed to the general public and no away spectators can go and see the games in person. They've also banned walk-up ticket sales and say that away bands cannot join in on the sidelines. While these are some of the guidelines, many schools have say if teams will play at all, and some have canceled entire seasons. Suburban One is allowing the individual school districts to decide if it'll allow home spectators, but says no one from the opposing teams can see the games in person. And some sports leagues, like the Chessmont leagues, have not released any plans of yet, say the districts.
We were never concerned specifically about the numbers.
In addressing the court battle over Pennsylvania's gathering limits, public health expert and the director of the Bucks County Department of Health, Dr. David Damsker, says the county wasn't focusing on the numbers, but the planning of gatherings that still remains the focus, ensuring that there are social distance and mask wearing.
If we see any event that's not being safe, we may go out there and talk to them about it and say, hey, this is, what are you doing? Like, why would you want to have an event of 1,000 people not masked or social distance? It doesn't make a lot of sense. Those events can be a super spreading type of event.
Damsker says when it comes to dining spots, bars, and individual businesses, they still fall under the guidelines of capacity limits, and says each county can enforce those individual limits. Philadelphia is reminding residents and visitors the rules there are different than across county lines.
The legal ruling had to do with the state orders, not with the city orders. So within the city of Philadelphia, competitions in contact sports between teams is prohibited, and gatherings of greater than 150 people is prohibited within the city of Philadelphia.
And legal experts say the fact that the statewide ruling may be in limbo could give more teeth to local governments to be able to enforce or pass their own restrictions. Also still in effect in Pennsylvania, if you're within 6 feet of other people, even outside, which I am not, then you need to be wearing a mask, according to county and state health officials. Reporting live in Plymouth Meeting, Deanna Durante, NBC 10 News.
A lot to keep track of. Deanna, thanks so much.